I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good evening and thank you and welcome for joining Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut here in the Room to Room Weather Center, and I cannot be more grateful for y'all tuning in, not only at this hour, but for not really an active forecast. I know it's been another hot and dry day, and y'all tend to always see me when it's hot and dry for y'all's weekends. But looking at our headlines, you can see the hot and dry weekend will continue. So no, it wasn't just a Saturday thing and we get those rainy, lazy Sundays. It's going to continue into our Sunday and technically for the next few days extending past the weekend. Now, rain, please come back. It's not the rain, go away, because we definitely want that rain. We would welcome it with open arms right now, but not really seeing much rainfall in the forecast, but we're going to dive more into that in the coming few minutes. And I know this one doesn't look very weather related, but I promise you it's got a point. I'm going to just need you to stay with me for the next few minutes. It's almost football season, and I can't wait to share what I mean by that later on in this forecast. But as we look across North Mississippi, big thanks to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for providing these cameras for us. You can see 81 degrees in Addison, just outside of Starkville, but still feels like 90. So for anyone that have those Saturday evening overnight plans to do outside, it's still going to be a little muggy, even though the sun's been down for a while and it's 10:01. So still muggy. It's still just summer in Mississippi. You can see 82 degrees in Winona, feels like 90 degrees. So still muggy, not much wind, no relief in the forecast or currently right now. So just that muggy conditions continue. And we can even see this out in Greenville, 82 degrees, but still feels like 91. Like it should not feel like 91 when the sun is not up. It's just dark, clear skies, but still very muggy, almost a 10-degree difference with those temperatures. But we can look at the current temperatures right now, still around the mid 80s. You can see 81 in Starkville, 83 Macon, Aliceville, 81 Louisville. I'm seeing the lowest one around Oxford, 79 degrees. But still, I mean, you can see 87 in South Haven, 86 Cleveland, 87 Clarksdale, still just warm and muggy. But we can also see this with our heat indices. It is almost, we just said 10:02, 99 for our heat indices out in South Haven. So still almost pushing those triple digits. Still just can't cool off even with that sun going down, but it's just going to continue to be muggy. 99 again in Cleveland. So definitely pushing those triple digits, not only during the day, but at night as well. But looking at the next 12, these, I guess, calm, clear conditions, still muggy, are going to continue overnight. You can see around 11 o'clock, we're still finally pushing into the upper 70s. And we're going to make our way only in the mid 70s by the time we're walking out the door for our early morning Sunday church commute. But pretty much clear, picture perfect skies, some clouds in the sky, but that's going to be the story as we head into those overnight hours. And here, looking at the Mississippi Live weather radar, not much going on in the southeast. There's no really weather makers around us. The nearest cold front around the Alabama, Georgia, Florida state line, but producing some showers out in the Gulf, but also that's just the Gulf, and they always have those rain showers. But for Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, staying primarily dry. Of course, you can see some of those lingering showers, but not much affecting us at this time. But I wanted to show you all the satellite imagery. This is the infrared because the sun's already down, so we can't see the puffy white clouds in the sky right now. But you can see the colors of where some showers and clouds are. Pretty much most of the clouds right now are in the southeast portion of our state. Not much going on in Alabama, but the reason I wanted to show this graphic is not just to show what's going on in Mississippi, but also to show what's going on in the tropics. And you can see now Cat 5, Hurricane Erin, making its way across the Atlantic. And thankfully, it's still keeping its track with that hook. We're not expecting it. Ooh, let me click that again. We're not expecting it to hit the East Coast. It's still going to have that hook. It'll kind of approach close to the East Coast, and they'll still have impacts, but definitely much better than a direct landfall. We are not expecting it to make a straight line towards the Gulf. I'll even cross that out in red so y'all know. Oops, I have to click red. There we go. That's not happening. We're still expecting that hook to pretty much happen in the next coming days. But this hurricane became a tropical storm and then transitioned to a hurricane or Category 5 hurricane in the span of just over 24 hours, just showing that rapid intensification and perfect conditions that are possible out in the Atlantic with pretty much no Sahara dust, lots of moisture, lots of heat. So definitely keeping an eye on that, but not really going to affect us anytime soon, if at all. But looking back at futurecasts in Mississippi and Alabama, pretty much clear, calm skies are going to be the story. Some clouds trying to make their way into the viewing area, but quickly dissipating by the time we're waking up for our church commute. Pretty much clear, picture perfect skies. And for my family out in Birmingham moving in, they're going to have a great early morning start to the move-in process. Of course, you're going to have to deal with that heat, but hopefully some cloud cover you can see pushing in around the lunchtime, afternoon hours as we continue more into our Sunday. Little more clouds, so I need y'all to spread the love a little bit, give some to Mississippi instead of hogging it out there in Birmingham. But look at the next 24, those calm, clear, hot, muggy, dry, all the words that we can use for this forecasts are pretty much going to continue. 6 a.m. starting off already in the mid to upper 70s, pushing our way definitely into the upper 90s by the time we get into those early afternoon, evening time frame. And we still have the 20% chance for some lingering showers. We showed it earlier in the 6 o'clock with some of the cameras that we had of those stray showers just affecting some of us while the majority of us are going to stay dry. But it's just going to be that type of forecast, not only for our Sunday, but definitely into our Monday as well. And I'm going to continue giving y'all that in-depth look here in the next minute. So I appreciate it if you stick with us.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut here in the room to room weather center, But looking at these beautiful pictures our weather watchers sent in, this is weather watcher Deborah out in Houston. And I know not Houston, Texas, definitely Houston, Mississippi, keeping it local for this weather watcher section, but showing, she sent this in this picture and talked about the beautiful sun rays protruding on top of the clouds. And this is something I would say used to call as a kid, still do to this age, but I always called them the glories. It's one of my favorite things to see out in the sky, whether they're coming over the cloud or coming under. It's one of my favorite things to see, and I've just always called them the glories growing up. So thank you, Deborah, for sending this in. Beautiful picture of those sun rays. Now, I know for those who know me, why on earth is Caleb Edelblut showing an Ole Miss football stadium in his weather forecast? I promise it's got a point. It feels wrong. I'm wearing my maroon and white tie, but anyways, we're going to get through it. But Ben out in Oxford sent in this picture of the Ole Miss football stadium, and what we need your help with and what Matt posted about earlier is we need pictures of the Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Alabama football fields, especially Alabama, but especially with football season coming up and for some upcoming graphics that we're going to show and forecast for y'all for all the games going on this season. We need some amazing pictures of those stadiums. So Ben sent in this great view of the Ole Miss Stadium. I need my Mississippi State fans to start picking it up, start submitting some pictures of Davis-Wade Stadium, but definitely Alabama and Ole Miss as well. So we appreciate you, Ben, for sending this in and helping us out because y'all are part of the team as well. But looking here in Batesville, 81 degrees, still feels like 88, just showing the trend is across the entire viewing area, just that mugginess is continuing for us, not much wind providing any relief, even though the sun's down and there's not many clouds in the sky. We can see this out here in Maben, still no wind, 81, but feels like 90. So we're close to that 10, or we're past 10 o'clock, 10:09, still feeling like we're in the 90s. But looking at the day planner and basically now the overnight planner, you can see those temperatures will eventually start dropping. It won't feel like these temperatures, but will start to drop once we get into the upper 70s, pushing into the mid 70s as we get closer to start off our Sunday morning commute. But those mostly clear skies are going to be the story for tonight. We can track this out on futurecast, showing some rain chances, really trying to push into Red Bay. I know they would love to hear maybe a rumble of thunder and the rain pattering their roof as they fall asleep, but sporadic shower, but that's pretty much the only action we're getting tonight. The rest will be this cloud cover, but even that will start to dissipate as we get closer towards our morning commute. Not much going on our radar, but looking at low temperatures, we're already starting off in the mid 70s, 74, 75 in the Golden Triangle region, pretty much that across the entire viewing area, but also 77 out in Greenville. So already starting your day up in the upper 70s, almost pushing 80s. But going back to futurecast, we can see that cloud cover really trying to push back in closer to lunchtime, really providing some of us some shade from the heat, but not going to be much. It's still going to be partly cloudy. This would be what provides us relief from the heat. Now, I don't expect this to be as widespread as it is and as aggressive. Nothing about this is going to be severe tomorrow, but we would all love to see some heavy downpours providing that rain-cooled relief. I just don't expect it to be this much. But this is why we have that 20%. It's just 80% of us are going to continue to stay dry. And you can see these showers really trying to push into our area, but then also start to dissipate as we get closer towards those Sunday evening overnight hours as well. But high temperatures, that is what's going to be the main story for us. You can see pretty much mid to upper 90s across the entire viewing area. Lowest value I see right now, 93 in Red Bay. There we go. So maybe y'all getting some rain overnight. It's the lucky charm. But for the rest of us, I mean, pushing upper 90s for most of our viewing area. 97 Houston, 98 Bruce, 99 Grenada, and then you can start seeing those triple digits. 100 in Greenwood and Belzona, and then 101, of course, in Greenville coming in as the winner for most of these graphics. You can see that again here with heat indices coming in at 109, the highest that we can see right here, 108 and 107 along the Mississippi River, but triple digits don't stop in the Delta, pretty much encompassing the entire northern half of Mississippi. So it's still going to continue to be hot. It's still going to continue to be muggy. We just need to keep that water bottle handy. But going back to futurecast, I mean, not much to talk about here. It feels wrong of me to put this on because, I mean, there's not even much clouds. You can finally see them start pushing in to our viewing area around Monday morning, but still, it's just dry. And that's what Gabe and them were talking about earlier with that cold front coming in. It didn't really provide us with, I guess, showers. We did have some of those storms the other day, but it's providing us with this drier heat. So thankfully, the mugginess is not what it could have been because we would be pushing those extreme heat warnings. So it's just a give and take with Mississippi as always. But now Monday around lunchtime at 1 o'clock, you can see some showers popping up. I'd love to see that one pop up just south of Starkville. But again, it's just going to be an uphill battle for the next few days. This is pretty much guaranteed upper 90s, a lot worse than the previous high temperatures I showed y'all for Sunday. So showing y'all that we're going to have a warming trend. It's going to continue to increase into the next few days. 97 in the Golden Triangle region, 99 Bruce, 99 Water Valley, and then we can already see more triple digits and areas pushing those triple digits as well. Heat indices, like I mentioned earlier, still well in the triple digits. 107 Greenville. Actually, y'all might not be the winner anymore. 108 Clarksdale coming in with a new crown on heat indices. So definitely going to be, I don't think wearing it proud, but we'll still have those water bottle handy. Pretty much triple digits across the rest of our viewing area, just continuing to be hot. 100 is the lowest one that we can see. But I wanted to bring in the wet bulb globe temperature. I know we don't really have school practices going on over the weekend, but still for any outdoor plans, you want to make sure to, well, I'd say keep that water bottle handy, but maybe just stay indoors for a little bit until it cools off a little bit. You can see extreme conditions encompassing the entire Delta, especially around the Mississippi River. And if you're not in extreme, you're in high. So for those that are heat prone, for the elderly, for grandparents and loved ones, make sure to continue checking in on them and make sure that they're being safe with this dangerous heat that's coming in the next few days. But I want you to pay attention to this extreme level. It's stopping around Grenada and Water Valley, but then as we push into Monday, you can see it's expanding a little bit, making a line across the viewing area, pushing into Oktibbeha, Clay, Lowndes, and all those counties, but also into Tuesday as well. I mean, really starting to expand into our viewing area, just showing that warming trend that we're going to be seeing in the coming days. And it's just summer in Mississippi, almost school time for those Mississippi State students, and something I don't want to see for our first day of school forecast. 98 degrees as I'm walking across beautiful Mississippi State campus. You can see pushing triple digits, 99 for Tuesday. I'm not putting triple digits. We're holding out hope. I know that there are some of us that are already in the triple digits, but for most of our viewing area, we're staying in those upper 90s. You can see that warming trend really showing in the next few days. But then you can see this decrease, and that's because our rain chances are really going to pick up Thursday and Friday, providing us with much needed relief after being in this excruciating heat. But speaking of rain chances, looking back at the tropics with Hurricane Erin, I wanted to put the spaghetti plots on here again, just showcasing that we are very confident on Hurricane Erin, really avoiding the United States as a whole, but definitely avoiding the East Coast. Of course, you have your lone models really trying to depict every situation possible, but you can see very confident that it's going to continue this northern track and affect the East Coast very minimally as opposed to a direct landfall hit. And I wanted to include this graphic again just because I'm a visual learner and I just love the look of this graphic. You can definitely see Hurricane Erin in this graphic very easily, and you can even see it kind of expand more and become a bigger storm. I thought I paused it there, but it will kind of sweep past the East Coast, meaning that there will still be, I guess, conditions, hazards that the East Coast will see, but not as bad as a direct landfall. So expect dangerous rip currents, those surges, and just wave heights, especially out surfing and everything. Just for those visiting the East Coast and living out there, make sure to continue monitoring those conditions as you continue into the next coming days. But looking at our 7-day forecast for North Mississippi, these dry conditions are going to continue Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I mean, don't even really have a percent right now. But then as soon as that temperature reaching triple digits, 99, you can see we're going to start to cool off thanks to those increased rain chances by Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. And of course, by the next time y'all see me, y'all see me tomorrow, but for Saturday, already back going into those hot temperatures with dry conditions. So I seem to just be bearer of bad news with hot and dry conditions for the weekends in Mississippi. But of course, we would love for you to continue supporting us. We appreciate all the support you've given us so far downloading the app. I want to show you all these QR codes for iOS and Android, sorry. We appreciate the overwhelming support y'all have given us. And it just means a lot because y'all are just as much a part of this team as we all are. And of course, we want to show you all the broadcast schedule, 5, 6, and 10 for weekdays. But of course, it's the weekend. We got to celebrate and just have a lot of fun. And of course, that only means 6 and 10. So I know you don't see us as often, but thankfully there's nothing to talk about right now, just those hot, muggy, dry conditions. So I'll be back here live tomorrow at 6 and 10, and I cannot wait to see y'all there. I hope y'all have a great night.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.